We had a sense from some testing that there might be a chance that Beau had Down syndrome.
I mean, we were just scared. We were like, I really, really hope that when we get that call, it's that he's okay.
Right.
Read it. Peanut butter, and jelly.
And then we were sitting there that day, and
phone rang, and I answered it, and it was the doctor, and he said, "Your son does have Down syndrome." I can't remember if I just nodded yes or I said he has Down, but I remember we cried.
we cried a lot.
Because
but at the same time, I feel like our lives came into immediate focus. I feel like we were grieving the son we thought we were going to have. For the first time, I feel like our lives had just kind of come together in a way that we had never experienced before.
You're one handsome dude. And we don't tell that story because we're proud of it, clearly. We tell it because we have perspective now to be able to look back. And I think we have a special perspective now because when Bitty was born, it's almost the identical story. The difference is when we got the phone call that she had Down syndrome and we cried again, it was not tears of grief, it was tears of joy. True?
True.
Okay. We just knew Down syndrome was just another way humanity presents itself. That's it,
All right, I love you. Bye, Ben. Love you.
Bye, honey. Love you. Bye, Bitty.
Say bye-bye, boys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Rock on.
All right, Beau, what are we going to listen to? One in 5 people in this country has a disability. I mean, that's massive. And then you layer on this component of employment. And what we found is 81% of that 20% of the world's population is unemployed. Where's the outrage? And having 2 kids with Down syndrome, we just said that doesn't work for us.
When we opened the coffee shop, we thought we'll make a dent in that 81% unemployment rate.
Right.
We'll do it in our community and maybe other communities eventually. We were kind of looking at it from the unemployment rate aspect. And I think what we've realized over time is that we can't make a dent in that 81% unemployment rate by just opening coffee shops. But what we can do is share our vision and our belief that people with intellectual and developmental disabilities should be valued. And we do that through the coffee shop, and then, other opportunities will present themselves just organically. I think, the coffee shop is really a human rights movement. We feel like this is the perfect way to bring people into our world and show them that Beau and Bitty's lives have value, and every other employee that works at Bitty and Beau's Coffee's life has value.
Well, it's a good day.
Did you get a good day? I hope so.
Bye-bye.
The problem doesn't rest with the people with disabilities. The problem rests with the people without the disabilities. The The coffee shop is really for people with, it really exists more for people without disabilities at this point than it does for the jobs it creates for people with the disabilities. When we started this, it was the opposite. My biggest, greatest hope is that take our last breath and have that world where, that we talked about before, where, you know, it's just, you don't need Bitty and Beau's coffee shops anymore. You don't need them because it's just how it is. It's not that every place is run by people with disabilities, but just that they work shoulder to shoulder in almost every work environment. And it's successful, right?
Bitty,
What?
I love you.
Nothing but
You are my best sister ever.